but that is a very good starting line. That would get action on both sides. If it's a full 12 games, I'll say over 600, not by much. If it was a 10-game season, I'd say he's under by a little bit. So that's where I'm at.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ro, thanks so much, man, for coming on. And make sure you tell Toast and Scoop I say what up. I think so highly of you guys. I always say that you guys are like the big brothers I never had in this Canes world. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, brother.
Absolutely. And from us and Marsh, just glad to be on with you, man. And I appreciate what you said. I mean, yeah, you're a little brother. I've definitely adopted you. You mean a lot to me. I don't know if you know this, and my heart, is with you in your endeavors. I wish you, Jordan, all the best of luck. You guys do something special in your own right. You guys do it very, very well. When people ask us, man, we always recommend too, because we're all family. At the end of the day, we're all Hurricane fans, and we pull for each other. There's never any animosity in terms of that. We don't roll that way, and it's just been one wild ride. We go up together, we go down together, and we just try the best. But glad to see you out here, buddy. Love you guys, and thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, yeah, brother. Love you too, man.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, man. Cool. Dude, Ro is the greatest.
That's one of my favorite episodes ever. Those are two of my favorite people.
Yeah.
And not just like in Kane's Twitter, but like just that like I've met. Like Ro is he's such a good man, and Gaby's like a brother to me. Ro's really tall too. I remember when I met him for the first time, I'm like, wow, you're huge. I was so I was intimidated. Yeah. But the dude has a heart of gold, and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to football.
That I think both those things are very apparent just talking to him. You can at least to me that when he talks on a personal level, it feels extremely genuine. You know what I mean? And then of course you talk to him for 5 minutes about football, and you suddenly have self-confidence issues about your own knowledge of football. So,
bro, I think I know a little bit, and then I go watch his film breakdowns, and I'm like, wait, what? What is that? What are you talking about? Are we even watching the same sport?
Yeah. I feel, sometimes I feel like a true sports geek or a football head, just watching quarterback film. And then, I'll be a little high on myself and be like, oh, yeah, I could do this, And then you hear Ro talk about, you can tell just from talking to him that he's watching totally different things than I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's talking about the lower body, acceleration and how it's turning and stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? I didn't even know that was important. So.
Dude, I loved, and I knew I was going to love this episode. We were talking about it earlier today. It met all my expectations. Just the way, and I'm so happy I asked him the Rozier question, because that just made my heart happy.
Yeah. Dude, that was such a good episode. Definitely, I mean, everyone, if you haven't heard that Malik Rozier episode of the Orange Bowl Boys, definitely do yourselves a favor. And, Ro didn't really plug his own podcast, but just listen to the Orange Bowl Boys anyways. But definitely listen to that episode.
Yeah. And they've also done, the Jimmy Murphy one is incredible. Yeah. I loved the Braxton Berrios one just because I love Brax. Brad Kaya was great. They've had some really, really good guests. And we need to get Toast and Scoop on. Yes. It would be fun if we just did a round table episode, just the five of us one night.
I would love that, man. I've never talked to Scoop or Toast before, but I would absolutely love to.
Bro, if I had a twin but just 20 years older, it would be Scoop.
Yeah.
I love him, and I love Toast. Oh, they're just so great, and they've been so kind to me. I remember when Ro first invited me on the show, the Orange Bowl Boys, it was last summer, and it was when I was getting fairly known, by the Canes Twitter and everything, and I'm like, wait, what? You actually want me to come on the Orange Bowl Boys?
Yeah.
Wait, what? I think I was on the same show as like Gino Torretta. And I was so nervous. And then when I went and saw their live show in Florida, where Brad Kaya was on, they invited me up like on the show while Kaya was on there too. It just meant so much. And I'll never forget when they wanted me to call in after the Louisiana Tech game just because of my outburst from that loss. And I can't say enough about those guys. Same for Gaby. Like,
oh man, I agree, man. I mean, we say it all the time, right? I say it all the time. Just we're surrounded by so many good people in what we do, and dude, episodes like this are a good reminder of that. And you can't just help but feel extremely grateful. You know, like Ro doesn't need us. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to come on our show to talk about, quarterbacks, because he has his own platform. That's every bit, if not a lot bigger than what we do. So it's purely out of altruism and support that he's coming on our show to talk about De'Ara King and Rhett Lashley. So I just appreciate it a ton, and Gaby as well. I mean, Gaby is he's I think he's still 100% on his crystal ball projections. So kudos to Gaby, and he's going places too. So it's cool.
And I'm so proud of him, man. Like, we would talk at fall camp, and like there would be times like where neither of us, like, it would be like late at night and like we couldn't sleep. We would Snapchat and we would just literally just tell each other like, dude, you and I, we're next, man. Like, we're gonna do this. Like, we're the next like big guys in Miami, and like Gaby is making it happen, man. And hopefully I can follow in his footsteps. But I'm so proud of that kid and just what he's doing, and so happy he's getting married, and I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Like that was honestly, I'll declare it, favorite episode ever.
Dude, it was definitely it's definitely worthy of that description, man. It's good people and good chats, You can't ask for more. That's why we got into the podcasting business. You know what I mean? You can't ask for something more than talking about sports with good people for your job, Yeah.
Like, and then that's why, that's why I love the way that we are. Like, we don't just ask these people like just info. Okay, goodbye. But like, I mean, like, we actually like talk to these guys. Like, actually, like Gaby, I love Gaby and I love Ro. Like these, like, they're actually like my friends that like I've met, and like I can actually like talk to them like human beings, not like we're robots, like just searching for recruiting gold mines and quarterback mechanics. It's like we actually talk about more than just football, and that was very, very kind of Ro at the very end. He was said some very nice things after my father passed away. Gaby, I mean, literally right after I sent the tweet, he texted me about 30 seconds later, and he would check up on me every other day. And two of the best people out there.
Good people.
Two of the best people.
We are lucky, man. We're lucky that we get to associate with some good people and talk sports with them.
Yeah, could you imagine if like we just like were somehow just like UCLA fans or like Cal fans? Like, that would suck.
Ugh.
I'm so damn proud to be a Miami Hurricane fan.
Yeah, man. It would suck to be a Cal fan, dude.
Yeah. Like, there are actual people out there who are fans of like Nevada or Colorado State. Like, those poor bastards. Like, they don't realize, even though we haven't been great, like, it's still just like, I love just like hanging out on Twitter and just talking with Canes fans. And like last night when we did that Zoom call, like the six of us, like I had a blast.
Yeah, dude. It's good stuff. Dude, imagine being a Florida State fan and just knowing that you support evil.
Well, and then also, I mean, not only that, but like you're probably missing like 13 teeth. I mean, you're married to your first cousin. There's a lot of baggage that comes with being an FSU fan, and just the fact that they suck. I'm still now you just got me fired up about the whole ACC thing. Dude. There's no way. There's no way on God's green earth that an actual college football writer believes that FSU is better than Miami right now. Actually, there is one person on Twitter, an actual writer. I said he can come on the show because I want to help him. He said FSU has he said FSU has the best defense in the ACC.
Oh. Ugh.
On what earth? Like, what is he smoking? Nothing good, obviously.
If he comes on the show, let me know. If we have him on, let me know who it is before we have him on. And I will be polite and supportive, but I will definitely be in his ear about that.
It's just like, I mean, all you have to say is Greg Rousseau, and we already have a better defense than FSU.
Yeah. So I picture I don't live in Florida, you know. I picture every FSU and UF fan pretty much living in the same house that like Bobby Boucher lives in.
Yeah.
That is my perception. That is my perception of Florida State and Florida fans.
They're so stupid. Like, people talked, I mean, we're just so blessed that we are actually smart and know football. Like, I have many FSU fans saying that that FSU is better than Miami. It's just I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, Florida is far better than Miami, but like, if you're a Florida State fan, just admit, like, it's okay to admit Miami's better. We may win by 40 this year.
Yeah.
Like, they don't seem to realize, and they seem to forget that we have De'Aaron King, that we have Rousseau, we have Brevin, FSU killer, we have Wiggins, FSU killer, we have Lashley, we have Roche. Like, they have two players. They think that Norvell is going to come in. Did I miss something? Is he bringing a good quarterback? Is he bringing a decent offensive line? Is he like, what the hell do they think he's bringing? He's got nothing.
Dude, the only way that FSU could actually be better than last season is if he brought the entire Memphis roster.
Yeah.
Because Memphis was better
because
than
it's
them.
FSU and they deserve nothing but pain.
Yeah.
But I think this year they will not be good. I would at best I think they get 7 wins at best.
They're in free fall right now, man. It does not look good.
Sanders, the greatest player ever to come out of Florida State, who still is very involved with the program. His son chose FAU over FSU. FAU. He chose Willie Taggart, the guy who just got fired, over Primetime's alma mater. And FSU doesn't have a quarterback. Like, I think they have like a true freshman, but like, I think they're about to lose their quarterback commit to Bama. So, I mean, like, they can't do anything to stop it because they're not going to win. What are you going to do? Like, they're bankrupt. They live in I just remember when I was living in Tallahassee, that was like the Dalvin Cook era. That was the Jameis Winston era. FSU was like the king of college football. And just to see how far it's fallen, it's even more incredible than Miami. Like, just because it's gone so quick. I mean, you had guys like Jalen Ramsey, Derwin James, Dalvin Cook, Devontae Freeman, Jameis Winston, Kelvin Benjamin. Now you don't have Dick.
Yeah.
We just went from a happy place to a really dark and angry Marshall place. But I'm right. Like, I'm right, aren't I?
Yeah, no, of course you're right, man.
Like, what do they think? Like, I think we had like 18 sacks against them last year, and they're bringing back that whole line, and we got better on the line.
Yep.
We may kill James Blackman, the poor bastard.
Oh, man.
And I still think DeAndre Francois is laying on the ground at Hard Rock Stadium after the beating we gave him 2 years ago from by Joe Jackson and Gerald Willis, dude. It was incredible to see that, like, a quarterback take that kind of beating, and then it was multiplied last year with Hornibrook. That dude, there was a time in, like, the second half where